General Lafayette.
Do you need help, Aegis?
Franciscus Antonius. Do these names mean anything specific to you?
François Antoine. Hold on. Of course. That's the master arquebusier who killed the beast of Gévaudan. The affair took place during the reign of Louis the Beloved, just a few leagues from the castle where I grew up. I was still a young boy, but I remember it like it was yesterday. It caused a stir all over the country.
I doubt that it has anything to do with my case.
I don't know. I'll let you be the judge of that.
Aegis, a word, s'il vous plaît.
Aegis, I'd like to talk to you about my research. Do you have a few moments to spare for me?
Certainly, mon père. I am listening.
I've carefully collected the testimony of our companions here. Then I compared them with the observations made during my investigation of the man who calls himself Cagliostro. I came to quite the shocking conclusion. I believe I have discovered how the royal automats remain constantly in motion, like clocks that never need winding. They get their energy from the souls of the dead, Aegis. They drink from the anima essence that permeates the purgatory described by Monsieur de la Fare. These machines feed on the dead. The greater the massacre, the deeper the river where they slake their thirst.
Is there any way to stop the bloodshed, mon père?
I believe there is always hope, Aegis. As long as I remain free to pursue my research, I will never lose faith. I keep thinking about the three Nemes. These echoes. All of this is clearly related to Nicholas Flamel's work.
The alchemist?
Precisely, mon ami. And this leads me to fear the worst.
What have we to fear from an alchemist who died nearly 4 centuries ago?
Not him, per se. Rather, the heretic who is exploiting his discoveries. This poses a grave danger to us all.
Who is this heretic, mon père?
Why, Cagliostro, of course. The king's accursed confidant. The man who allowed him to raise this diabolical army.
What do you fear, mon père?
What do I fear? Nearly 2 months ago, the king forbade anyone from setting foot inside the Église Saint-Jacques de la Boucherie, near the Hôtel de Ville. He had the priests forcibly removed. They hardly even had time to save the church's sacred relics. Since then, only our Father in Heaven knows what they've been doing there, hidden away from the people of Paris.
Oh dear. Flamel's tomb.
My thoughts exactly, Monseigneur. Legend has it that Flamel was buried with his lapis philosophorum.
What is the lapis philosophorum, mon père?
The Philosopher's Stone. Where do I begin? No one knows its true nature, or even what it might look like. All that is known is that it is said to grant untold riches and eternal life to whoever possesses it. Its very existence is questioned, of course. But if it's true, just imagine what sinister purpose the king and his accomplices might find for it. We must elucidate this matter at any cost.
Where is this tomb?
In the church's crypt. The priests always ensured that it remained undisturbed, despite the mystery surrounding it. But now they're no longer there to protect it. We need to know for certain.
But how? There are automats everywhere.
Aegis,
Oui, mon père.
will you help us get to the bottom of this?
Did you not say that it was impossible to enter the church?
There is perhaps a solution. The penitent's door behind the Châtelet leads to the Quartier de l'Hôtel de Ville. It's only opened on Good Friday, but this year, I had the honor and good fortune to lead the procession. Here is the key.
Franciscus Antonius. Does that mean anything to you?
Let's see. François Antoine. No, that doesn't mean anything to me, I'm afraid. Désolé, ma chère.
Goodbye, Abbot. And may liberty triumph. My respects, Monseigneur.
I didn't expect to see you again so soon, Aegis. We missed you when we had to leave our shelter at Place Saint-Merry. The path that led us to this convent was not an easy one, believe me.
Do the four names Franciscus Antonius mean anything to you?
The Franciscan order, perhaps?
Go on.
Franciscus Assisiensis, the founder of the order, and Antonius Patavinus, one of its most illustrious members. I'm sorry, Aegis, but that's all I can think of.
We're not getting anywhere. Monsieur Raymond.
Aegis, we are very pleased to see you again. It was very unwise of us to leave the Société without such a capable bodyguard as yourself. It is a miracle that we got here safely.
I found a cane inscribed with the name Franciscus Antonius. Does that mean anything to you?
No, I'm sorry.
Citoyen B.
Ah, mademoiselle. Well, what news?
Does the name Franciscus Antonius mean anything to you?
We scholars have the strange habit of adopting names from antiquity. I imagine that we're actually looking for someone named Francois Antoine. But no matter how hard I think, I'm afraid it doesn't ring a bell.
Citoyen Lavoisier.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
Do the names Franciscus Antonius mean anything to you?
No, nothing really.
Francois Antoine, maybe?
No, nothing with that name either. I'm sorry, madame.
I did not find the warehouse.
Vraiment? It's near Les Invalides, not far from Monsieur de Vaucanson's workshop.
Goodbye, Citoyen Lavoisier. And down with despotism. Citoyen Robespierre.
Madame,
I found a cane engraved with the name Franciscus Antonius. Who could it belong to?
let me think a moment. Je vous prie. I know an Antoine Francois, a printer on Rue de la Harpe. His surname is Momoro, but he is a man of the people and a true patriot. I doubt that he ever sported a cane with his name engraved on it.
Yes. This is clearly not the right direction. Is your plan to arm the populace going as planned?
Oh, far from it, madame. The situation is hopeless. Even if they were armed and formed into battalions, the Patriots would not be able to fight.
Why is that?
Most of the strategic points in the city are inaccessible. A strange illness strikes all who try. They are seized by an irrational fear, one so great that those who do not lose consciousness go mad or perish on the spot. This makes it impossible to do anything. Any attempt at an uprising is a fool's errand.
The locations you mention share a common feature. A statue holding a lantern.
That's right. From what little I could make out, they appear to be depictions of a Vestal Virgin watching over the sacred fire.
Une lanterne des morts.
What do you mean, monsieur?
Lanterns of the dead. Ancient stone pillars that are found near some cemeteries. Our ancestors kept a fire going on top of them. Today, no one knows what they were used for. A symbol of light triumphing over darkness, perhaps? Others claim that human bones, mercury and lime, were burnt there. Some odious sorcery that was meant to entrap the tormented souls that wandered around the burial grounds.
That makes sense and confirms my observations. I am now certain that the King's lanterns capture the anima essence of the dead who have been cast into purgatory, and that this essence is what allows the automats to stay in motion, without needing a key to wind them.
Paternoster quies in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum.
Now that I think about it, madame, you obviously are not subject to the harmful effects of these lanterns.
No, au contraire. When activated, these statues reveal an apparatus that allows me to repair myself.
It follows that if you destroy these lanterns, the people will be free to fight again.
Unfortunately, they are preternaturally strong. Nothing can so much as damage them.
Come now, no metal is indestructible. If we knew what these lanterns were made of, perhaps I could find a way to destroy them.
Take a look at this ledger, Citoyen Lavoisier. It contains a list of metals. I found it by the factories, near Vaucanson's workshop.
Let's see. Steel, molybdenum, very good. Tiens, donc, tungsten and zirconium. This master blacksmith knows his trade. These metals can be used to make the strongest alloy imaginable, as long as you have a fortune to invest.
For that, our clockwork tyrant knows no bounds.
Well, Monsieur Lavoisier, is there any way to break this alloy?
Break it? Certainly not. But a mineral acid could change its structure. Melt it, perhaps. I would recommend sulfuric acid, or vitriol, if you prefer to use its common name.
Where can I obtain some vitriol?
I had some, but my laboratory at L'Arsenal was ransacked. I can't tell you any more than that. You should ask my colleague, Monsieur Bailly. He uses similar substances in his research.
Monsieur de Mirabeau,
Have your efforts paid off?
I found a broken cane. It says Franciscus Antonius on it. Do you know who it belongs to?
Well, I never. Yes, I know the owner. And I'm willing to bet you're looking for a certain François Antoine.
That's right.
Well, you'd need to look a little further east, mademoiselle. Across the Rhine for a start. Because this cane belongs, or belonged, to a certain Franz Anton Mesmer.
Mesmer, the prince of charlatans.
Good heavens, it's been a long time since I've heard his name.
5 years to be exact since your learned commission denounced his theories.
It wasn't long after that when he disappeared.
Mesmer. Eugène de Vaucanson said that name before he died. Can you tell me more about him?
He was a mystical healer who was once popular with the upper class. I myself attended several of his sessions.
You mentioned a commission.
The king did not look kindly on the healer's popularity within the court. This led him to appoint a commission from the Royal Academy of Sciences.
An institution to which Monsieur Bailly and I have the honor to belong. We were asked to investigate his alleged powers.
The experiments that we performed allowed us to determine that Monsieur Mesmer's activities were pure charlatanism, a conclusion that destroyed his successful career the moment it was published.
But there was something, Sylvain. A tiny flow of energy that my devices were able to measure.
My dear colleague, must I remind you again that we were never able to reproduce your observations? It was obviously a momentary failure of your equipment.
Perhaps. I'd like to be sure of it.
When and how did Monsieur Mesmer disappear?
The denunciation of his techniques was the start of a long descent into hell for Monsieur Mesmer. He was abandoned by his clients and resumed his research in virtual secrecy. I think he was hoping to perfect his so-called science and restore his reputation with the Academy.
A hope that led him to associate himself with that dastardly Cagliostro. God only knows what experiments they may have carried out. In any case, their collaboration did not last long. Monsieur Mesmer left the kingdom overnight to return to his mother country.
Why did he leave so quickly?
That is a mystery. But those who saw him that morning say it was as if he had the devil at his heels.
This is true. He left in such a hurry that he abandoned everything he owned. Furniture, belongings, and scientific equipment. And it seems that Cagliostro has inherited this treasure.
Is that so? Well, if what you say is true, that broken cane must have passed into the Count's hands.
Yes, it's likely.
This adventurer from who knows where is quite the mysterious character. And he has been very busy recently. I've been able to observe him from my apartments, making frequent visits to Rue Saint-Honoré, on the Tuileries side. I wonder what he was doing there.
What were Monsieur Mesmer's theories?
He is a proponent of a theory called animal magnetism. He claimed to be able to channel a purported universal healing fluid by passing his hands over patients and using magnets.
He also cobbled together a whole array of mad devices, each stranger than the last. Unfortunately, despite all his attempts, I don't know that he ever cured anyone.
What happened during Monsieur Mesmer's treatment sessions?
Oh, they were quite a spectacle to behold. Imagine well-born ladies afflicted with perfectly imaginary illnesses. A dimly lit room where incense has been burned to intoxicate the soul and cloud your vision. Amiable servants, half-dressed, gliding from countess to duchess to the sound of a sensual melody. And the great Mesmer, a doctor with wandering hands, presiding over the wonderful scene. Oh, you should have seen them. Those grand ladies moaning, crying, and falling into a swoon, clinging to that strange tub. Du théâtre, ma chère. Pure theatre.
Aegis, a word, s'il vous plaît.
Citoyen Raymond,
Can I help you, Aegis?
what do you want to talk to me about?
Have you ever heard of the Club de Massiac, Aegis?
No, monsieur.
It's an association that meets at the Hotel de Massiac, just west of Les Halles. It counts some of the wealthiest plantation owners in the Empire. Those from Saint-Domingue and the Petite Santilles are most formidable adversaries. They are waging a war of influence to keep the slave trade going, and resort to the vilest methods to achieve their ends. They worship nothing but money, and their greed is matched only by their cruelty.
I'm sure they'd get along swimmingly with the clockwork tyrant.
Regrettably, my interests occasionally require me to suffer their company. 2 months ago, I was in Le Havre to settle some business with the Admiralty, when I overheard a conversation between 2 planters from Bastère. If they are to be believed, the Club de Massiac is plotting to create sleepless slaves, des esclaves sans sommeil. Those were their exact words. It's hard to say what this could possibly mean, but I fear they plan to administer some foul drug to their slaves to force them to toil day and night, without rest. Our organization will not let these poor souls endure such a hell. Aegis, we must look into this. It is a matter of great urgency.
You speak of greed, Monsieur Raymond. But could you enlighten us as to what makes you any different from the planters you condemn?
What exactly do you accuse me of, Monsieur de Robespierre? S'il vous plaît, do tell.
Do you not also exploit the labor of these poor souls yourself on your indigo plantation?
I fight every minute of every day to improve their condition. No one would have the audacity to deny this.
If that's the case, then why wait? Free them. You preach abolition, yet you continue to line your pockets at their expense. The truth is, you refuse to upend the established colonial order because your entire fortune depends on it.
It's easy to criticize from atop Mount Olympus, Maximilian. You know nothing of the realities of Saint-Domingue. What would happen to all these people if I freed them tomorrow? Without an education, without a livelihood, I would be condemning them to the most abject misery. No. I must act with both compassion and realism.
Any reform, revolutionary or not, must be taken step by step, with moderation and prudence.
This reform is not so difficult. I've begun it myself at La Belle Gabrielle, my plantation in Guyane. There you will not find slaves, but workers who earn a weekly wage. And my plantation is no less profitable.
Ah, yes, profit. Because that's the most important thing. Don't you see, the law of nature gives every man the right to cultivate his own land.
Enough! When will you understand that your internal divisions favor only your common enemy?
Aegis is right, Monsieur. Un peu de calme, je vous prie. What Monsieur Raymond has related to us is extremely worrying. We must find out more about this plot to create sleepless slaves as quickly as possible. Aegis, you are the only one who stands a chance of making it to the Hotel de Massiac alive.
Did you go to the Hotel de Massiac?
No, not yet.
Remember, it's by Les Halles, just west of the Marché des Innocents.
What is the aim of this organization?
We publish articles and exert our influence on those who are in a position to improve the lot of our unfortunate brethren. Our numbers grow by the day, and we have many illustrious members, such as the Comte de Mirabeau and the Marquis de Lafayette. But it was Monsieur Brissot and the abbot that founded the group.
Good old Brissot. Shouldn't he be here by now?
Yes, mon père. He should have arrived hours ago. Alas, there has been no sign of him.
I hope to God that no misfortune has befallen him.
What fate does the kingdom reserve for those with black skin?
According to tradition, any enslaved person who sets foot on French soil is freed.
This rule is most problematic in the eyes of planters in the colonies, who would seek to maintain their precious labor force.
This is why, for the past 12 years, no black people have been allowed to disembark in any of the kingdom's ports. Those who accompany their masters on the journey are imprisoned in the Admiralty's jails the moment they leave the ship. As for those who manage to evade the authorities, they live in fear of the raids carried out by the Marshalsea.
Are you not subject to these laws, Monsieur Raymond?
I am fortunate enough to have been born a subject of the king through my father, and also to have received an education, and to be wealthy.
Naturally, that makes all the difference.
You are quite a long way from home, Monsieur Raymond.
I haven't been back to Saint-Domingue in nearly 5 years. I left my most trusted men in charge of overseeing my indigo plantation. I came to France with the aim of having an audience with the king. I hoped to convince him to use his automats for agricultural work. I was of the belief that this was the best way to ease the suffering of our enslaved brethren. Alas, it was all for naught. I was only able to get an audience with the Minister of the Navy, and even that was granted reluctantly. Later, when the king convened the Estates General, my hopes were renewed. I saw it as an opportunity to make our voices heard. And then, mon Dieu, what a disaster, Aegis. What a complete disaster.
You are quite a long way from home, Monsieur Raymond.
I haven't been back to Saint-Domingue in nearly 5 years. I left my most trusted men in charge of overseeing my indigo plantation. I came to France with the aim of having an audience with the king. I hoped to convince him to use his automats for agricultural work. I was of the belief that this was the best way to ease the suffering of our enslaved brethren. Alas, it was all for naught. I was only able to get an audience with the Minister of the Navy, and even that was granted reluctantly. Later, when the king convened the Estates General, my hopes were renewed. I saw it as an opportunity to make our voices heard. And then, mon Dieu, what a disaster, Aegis. What a complete disaster.
Goodbye, Citoyen Raymond. And may liberty triumph.
여기 있는 사람들한테 다 이야기를 걸어보니까 서브 퀘스트에 관련된
General Lafayette.
Do you need help, Aegis?
Goodbye, General Lafayette. And down with the Clockwork King.
Well put.
서브 퀘스트와 관련되어 있는 정보들을 많이 모을 수 있었어요. 그러면은 궁궐 정원에 들어가야 되는 부분이고 부가 퀘스트가 많아. 지금 보니까 왕세자 기억, 기원, 영국 미래 뭐 제법 많은데 그것들을 다 하면은 무슨 엔딩이 변화가 있을지 아니면은 무슨 이야기가 좀 달라질지는 모르겠지만 어쨌든 한번 진행을 해봐야겠어요. 어디 볼까? 일단 뭐 황산 획득이 있네. 여기 이쪽에 황산 획득. 이 아저씨한테 황산 획득.
Did you find out what Cagliostro was up to near the Tuileries?
No, not yet.
Remember what Monsieur de Mirabeau told us? He said the Count looked extremely busy near the Tuileries.
황산.
Would you happen to know where I could find some vitriol?
Sulfuric acid? Of course. Combined with sea salt and green copperas, we use it to polish the lenses of our telescopes. But I don't know how much we have. You would need to go to the Louvre and take a look at the observatory's storeroom to find out.
If you will allow me to.
Of course, madame. Here is the key.
Goodbye, Citoyen Bailly. Vive la nation.
자, 또 확인해보고 없고. 자, 이제 서브 퀘스트를 한번 쭉 한 다음에 한번 메인을 깨봐야겠어. 자, 어디 자동차 들어가서 이동을 할 텐데, 지금 사람 모양이 이렇게 있는 것들, 이게 다 서브퀘스트에 있는 부분이니까 일단 하나하나 열어보는 걸로. 일단 생클로, 여기서 보니까 생클로로 귀환하기 퀘스트가 있으니 들어가서 일단 서브퀘스트. 자, 여기서 점프가 가능할까? 이쪽에서 쪽으로 떨어질 것 같은데? 아이! 여기가 아닌가? 맞을 것 같은데? 갈 수 있는 데가 여기밖에 없잖아, 어차피. 점프! 됐고. 아까 죽었던 거 영혼 먹었고, 자, 이 아저씨는 일단 피하고, 뭐야, 왜 못 가? 됐다. 밑으로 내려가서 가겠지? 단순하게 그냥 엔딩 보고 끝날 줄 알았더니 더 있네. 살금 엄마나 이런. 오. 이리 와, 이리 와. 자. 빠지고. 아욱. 됐다. 이런. 또 버그가 발생했네. 또 헤드가 또 말썽이네. RB 버튼으로 지금 공격이 나가야 되는데 LB 버튼으로 공격이 나가고 있네. 이런. 하네. 그냥 여기서 세이브 한번 해야 되는데, 그래야지 게임을 종료했다가 켜서. 참. 특수 공격을 못하고 있어, 지금. 로마스 게릴라. 무슨 특별한 무기 같기도 하고. 뒤로 돌아가서 세리어스. 저기 한 마리 있는데, 되게 세 보이는데 왠지. 불안정한 보면 얘를 잡아야 되는구나. 그나저나 LB 버튼으로 조합해서 나가는 공격을 할 수가 없어요 지금. 아유. 동시 공격. 버벅. 이런. 자. 빨라. 휴. 슬슬 근처에 이거 부숴야 되는데? 안 된다. 다행이다. 오래된 열쇠. 한 마리 또 있네. 뒤로 돌아가 때리기. 어디 보자. 또 갈 곳이 이쪽. 어이. 튀어. 어디 갈 수 있는 곳이 이쪽은 아까 왔던 곳인데. 쇼컷이구나. 이거 뭐지? 통동 2개. 돈 잡아야 되나? 안돼 피피피피피피피피피피피 깜짝아. 무서운 놈이네. 털이 꽁꽁 얼어버리네. 이 뭐가 됐구만. (204m) 다시 생클로로 가라고? 생클로를 귀환하기. 원래 여기 맞는데? 어디로 가라는 거야? 여기서 내가 점프를 응? 아까 내가 어디로 건너왔지? 일리 건너오지 않았나? 아닌가? 저쪽 딴 데인가? 하는 것 같은데. 잠깐만 11,500인데 이거 어떻게 하나? 저 마차 타야겠다. 마차 타려면은 물품에서 마차 타기 5개밖에 없는데. 여기 못 가잖아. 여기 가야 된다. 잠깐만요. 왜 안 되지? 뭐야, 왜 못 가? 왜 잠금 해제 안 돼? 열쇠 아까 먹지 않았나? 땡클루 귀환하기 잠금 해제. 아까 여기 안 됐었는데? 됐다. 아, 이거 버그 있구나. 파리로 이동이구나, 이쪽으로. 그래, 돌아가자. 귀환. 왼쪽 100m. 통과. 그냥 통과. 올라가는 길이 어디지? 여기가 아닌가? 이렇게 올라가야 되나? 그렇군. 저 앞에 있는 거 저거 뭐지? 먹고 가자. 먹고 가자. 내가 안 열었던 소녀상이 다 있네? 오, 서장. 서브퀘스트. 생크로로 귀환하기. 왕비님.
You called, madame?
Aegis, thank heavens you're here. We're under siege. In the courtyard, one of the king's creatures. It seems determined to destroy the chateau walls. It's as if it came here for us.
Here is the key to the gate. It will lead you to the courtyard.
Hurry. Our lives are in your hands.
안뜰이 광포한 오토마톤을 물리쳐라. 쟤는 아니고 이 안쪽에 열쇠가 어디 있다는 거야? 이쪽 열쇠구나. 막혔는데? 막혔는데 어디로 가라고? 이쪽에 길이 있나? 아니, 없는데? 설마 이쪽에? 설마 얘를 물리치라는 건 아니겠지? 혹시 모르니까 물리쳐보자. 금방만 때리면 된다. 이 아저씨는 아닌 것 같고, 저쪽 문은 내가 문을 안 열었네? 몇 놈이야? 왜 자꾸 나만 이렇게? 피해! 팀킬 안 하나? 팀킬 좀 해주지? 여기 떴네? 등불 이쪽으로 또 갈 수 있겠구만. 문 여네? 헐. 여기 왔던 데잖아. 왔던 데네. 이쪽에서 저쪽으로 가서 저기를 열 수 있나? 못 가는구나. 저 아래로 못 내려가네. 여기를 못 여니까 자, 어디냐? 길이 어디냐? 이쪽에 아까 문 열었지? 다시 한번 확인. 아, 여기는 저기 레벨을 당겨야 되는구나. 그러면은 다시 내려가서 이쪽으로 가거나. 그렇네, 저기 문 있네. 돌아서 여기를 여는구나. 여기였어. 그리고 저놈은 잡을까 말까. 그냥 가자. 여기서 보면은 안뜰의 광포와 오토마톤은 저쪽에 있구만. 그리고 쇼트컷. 여기 있는 문이 열 수 있나? 문 여네. 여기에 있다는 거잖아. 광포한 오토마톤이라는 놈이 이놈인가? 아니잖아. 이놈은 아이 막고 있어. 아우. 이놈은 아닐 테고 또 딴 놈? 아, 이건 안 해. 이놈들인가? 된 건가? 여기 열어야 되나? 이 문은 잠겨 있습니다. 잠깐만. 일리 가는 거 맞는데? 문이 잠겨 있으면 안 되지? 그러면 들어갈 수 있는 길이 따로 있나? 점프. 점프 올라타기? 이렇게? 이렇게? 아니구나. 아니면 그냥 넘어가는 건가? 아, 저쪽에 상자 있구나. 이렇게구만. 이런 물약 먹고 수류탄이 좀 많이 있는데 수류탄으로 깰까? 수류탄 가자. 오, 와우. 뭐야. 보스보다 더 어려운 것 같아. 어이, 뭐야. 빨리. 오, 에너지가 안 달아. 민꼬만큼 달아. 와, 얘네 보스인가, 진보스인가 보다. 진보스. 이런 타이밍 못 맞췄다. 이거 안 되겠는데, 이거. 때려야 된다. 때려야지 그나마 에너지. 이런 에너지가 우와. 위험. 때릴 것 같지 않으면 안 때려. 이상한 포즈야. 피해. 와. 패턴 정말 그지 같네. 예. 와, 피해. 와, 위험했다. 놓쳤다. 뭐야, 얘는? 뭐야? 오이씨. 이게 보스보다 더 어려운 느낌인데, 왠지. 잠깐요. 나 던질 수 있어. 얘가 났다. 와, 여기 없다. 비었다. 아니다, 안 비었다. 와, 위험했어. 강화된 화염 수류탄 좋아. 오, 괜찮아. 됐다.
Monsieur! Aegis! My queen, don't! Run, madame!
아들이구나.
That thing, it's staring at you.
죽은 아들이야, 왕세자.
You're safe, madame.
Mon Dieu. Ages. Why did this abomination attack us?
I do not know, madame.
Bon sang, have you lost your mind? The king wants us dead and has sent this unholy creature after us. His madness knows no bounds. There isn't a single subject in the kingdom that he does not see as his mortal enemy. Not even his wife. What fate does he have in store for your children?
Oh, he would never.
Fine. Play blind and deaf as long as you like, Antonia. As for me, I won't let that demon commit one more crime.
Gabrielle, no! I order you not to. Leave us, Aegis. I must speak privately with Madame de Polignac.
Very well, madame.
자, 어디 볼까? 여긴 한군가? 어디 볼까나? 그러면은 일기, 부가 퀘스트, 올려온 퀘스트, 왕세자에 대한 기억을 기리며. 맞네. 마지막 일격으로 이지스는 오토마톤을 물리치고 가여운 아이의 영혼을 해방했습니다. 그래도 영혼의 정수는 가져가야지. 열쇠, 치명타피의 부품. 그치, 여기는 관이 없겠지. 여기서 나갈 수 있는 곳은 마차로 돌아갈까? 마차로 돌아가기. 레벨업 하고 2, 4, 2, 1, 6 강화비용 넣고 보니까 강화된 화염수류탄 이거 좋네. 구매 많이 구매. 야, 생클루, 뭐야. 다 있잖아. 여기 다 있고. 그 다음에, 앵발리드의 하약, 부가 퀘스트. 하약이 보관된 저장고로 가기. 이쪽으로 가면 되겠구만. 서브퀘스트 다 깨고 엔딩을 보면 어떻게 될까? 참고조사. 모든 제복 조각에서 참고조사기 하나 올라갔고 또 없나? 조사.
Traces of gunpowder. I understand now. They must have taken Citoyen Lavoisier's gunpowder to the Bastille. It was within my reach earlier.
바스티오까지 가야 돼? 조사기.
Barrels were stored here and rolled away. These grooves prove it.
그치? 저기 갔잖아. 다 된 거야? 이게 다야? 왜 이렇게 심플해? 화약의 흔적. 바스티유 감옥으로 가야 되는구만. 어디 볼까? 그러면은 이동. 어디 보자. 지금 앵발리드는 이제 다 했고, 바스티오 감옥에 가서 화약을 찾아야 된다. (204m) 길 찾기가 또 머리를 아프게 하는구나. 못 가고 뚫어야 되네. 오른쪽 왼쪽 뒤통수 때릴 수 있을 것 같다. 빠샥. 쏘셨어요? 배꼽이 우와 깜짝아. 갈 곳이 아야 아이고 그쪽이 아닌가? 튀어 아래쪽 내려가는 길 여기구나. 왔던 데잖아 여기. 이쪽인가? 이쪽인가? 올라가는 길이 있을 텐데. 여기 있다. 아 진짜 가자. 올라왔고 127m. 아이고 여기다. 위쪽으로 일리 가는 길도 있었네? 여기인가? 임무 명령. 지하 화약 저장고에 보관된다. 아, 참, 거 왔다 갔다 똥개 훈련은. 뭐야? 여기 또 뭐가 있네? 올라가기. (165m) 아래. 저 밑으로 들어가면 되나? 왠지 그럴 것 같군. 아야. 이쪽인가? 열쇠.
Excellent. All the gunpowder is here. But what to do with it? Shall I destroy it? To ensure that no one will be able to get it before Paris? Or shall I entrust it to General de la... Yes.
What? 오, 뭐야? 레퀴엠 망치. 사용.
I will see to it the citoyen Lavoisier's wish is granted. Too much blood has been shed already.
응? 내가 뭐 한 거야? 아, 사용할 것인가, 지킬 것인가, 그거 이렇게 애매하게. 그러면은 사용하는 걸로 선택된 건가? 그런가 보네. 어? 뭐야? 왜 죽어? 어? 갑자기 왜 죽어? 뭐야 이거는? 잠깐만. 화약을 침수시키기로 결정했다고? 왜 침수시켰어? 막아냈다고? 잘한 건가? 왜 죽은 거야 근데? 희한하네. 침수시켰다고? 그게 물이었구나. 물에 빠져 죽은 거네. 그러면은 뭐 이왕 그렇게 된 거. 믹상부르에서 보고하기. 보고.
Citoyen Lavoisier.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
화약.
I found the powder. It was at the Bastille.
Did you do what needed to be done?
Yes. There is nothing more to fear from it.
What do you mean, nothing more to fear from it?
I flooded the cellars where the powder was stored.
Bon sang! Lavoisier! Why did you put our fate in the hands of a cursed machine?
This machine, as you say, just saved you from certain annihilation.
No, you have rendered us impotent.
Come now, Monsieur. Get a hold of yourself.
Mon Dieu! Everything I attempt seems doomed to fail. I fear we no longer have any chance of winning this war.
Please, calm yourself. What you fear is the loss of your own personal interests. Everyone here is convinced of this.
황산.
Where can I obtain some vitriol?
I had some, but my laboratory at L'Arsenal was ransacked. I can't tell you any more than that. You should ask my colleague, Monsieur Bailly. He uses similar substances in his research.
아까 한 얘긴데?
Goodbye, Citoyen Lavoisier.
황산을 구하러 가야겠구만. 이동. 시트섬에서 호텔 조사를 하거나 틸리드 궁에서 황산 획득. 여기 황산 획득해야겠구나. (224m) 이쪽으로 가면 되는데 막혔고, 여기서 점프로 갈 수 있을까? 어차피 돈 없으니까 해보자. 여기서 뛰어서 점프 달리기. 잡았다. 되는구나. 점프 열기. 꾹꾹꾹. 황산 획득. 이쪽으로 넘어가서 직진. 잠깐만, 이쪽은 아니고 여기 메시에 있나? 못 가는구나. 위로 올라가서 아래로 내려가서 여기에 황산. 이런. 여기에 황산. 전에 아이템. 맥베스 부인의 부채. 황산 넘기기. 그리고 여기에 올라가서 못 먹었던 게 있었는데, 요거 열쇠 있어야 되나? 그래, 잠겨있네. 요거는 여전히 못 찾네. 빠른 이동. 마차로 돌아가기. 서신. 무슨 서신? 앙투안 라부아지에 황산을 보냅니다. 이렇게 하면 되나? 이지스에게 당신이 보내준 황산으로 최소한 등불 하나는 파괴할 수 있는 충분한 양을 수정해 넣었습니다. 무슨 기술자를 찾아라. 뭔가 또 계속 진행이 되나? 기술자 시태섬. 이게 아니면 몽마르트? 질문하고 포탄 얻고 모시마라에게 질문하고. 하나짜리는 여기 시태섬부터 가볼까? 지하실에 들어가고 호텔 조사하고. 황산 넘기기. 방금 빨간색이었는데? 괜찮은 건가? 기원. 망자의 등불. 일단 호텔 조사가 왼쪽 98m. 이렇게 가면 되고, 응? 어디야? 왜 안 나오지? 뭐야? 그게 다야? 응? 시도 퇴섬 마시아 호텔 조사하기. 어. 호텔 조사 지하실 들어가기 150m. 이게 더 가깝네. 아이고 맞았다는데. 지하실이 이쪽이야? 이쪽에 호텔 조사. 이쪽인가? 이쪽이군. 보스다. 물약 하나 빨고, 자, 수류탄, 강화된 화염 수류탄 준비하고. 에이, 못 들어갔다. 더 먹고 가야겠다. 가자! 두 마리. 아니, 잠깐만, 그냥 갈 수 있나? 못 가네. 후후후후. 아우크. 우리야. 이쪽? 점프. 여기구만. (1789) 망실 머스키총. 방패 머스키총 96 피해. 망실 머스키총 번개. 아닌 번개. 그리고 장비 바지 방어. 별로 안 예뻐.
The field with the dead tree. I might be able to stop this experiment and get my hands on Cagliostro.
칼리아스트로 백작이 보낸 편지. 그로카유 근교의 죽은 나무라는 장소로 가보십시오. 클릭하라. 그러면 실험 현장을 조사해야 되니 가면 되고. 못 나가는구나. 그러면은 돌아가서 지하실 가야겠구만. 지하실에 들어가려면은 올라갈 수 있는 곳이 없네? 문이다. 열었고, 지하실은 200m. 이쪽으로 200m. 이쪽? 이쪽? 왠지 느낌은 이쪽인데? 이리 못 가나? 못 간다. 길이 이쪽이 아닌가 보네. 이것도 아니고. 일리 간다 봐. 이쪽이다, 이쪽. 문 열고 돌아가야 되는구만. 그러면 돌아서 이쪽으로. 여기도 창살을 열 수 있는 무엇인가가 없군. 없네? 뭘 거다. 오호, 여기가 아닌 게벼. 올라갈 수 있는 곳이 여기서 저 끝에까지 안 되는구나. 될 것 같긴 한데 여기서 넘어가서 안 된다. 지하실에 갈 수 있는 길이 길이다. 잠깐만지 안 돼? 됐지? 오케이. 요런 길이 있었어. 넘어가서, 아야. 맞나, 이쪽? 지하실 위치가 점프 가능한가? 여기서 저까지? 저거까지? 안 되는데? 여기 길이 있는데 어우 씨 놀랬잖아. 수 있다. 잠깐만, 여기 맞나? 와우. 다 와간다. 여기다. 신규 지역. 이쪽에 올라갈 수 있는 곳은 없고, 한 33m. 여기 맞지? 꽝. 가자. 어디가 지하실? 여기 맞겠군. 이쪽. 오른쪽. 뭐 이렇게 길이 길어. 튀어. 저장. 물약을 하고, 신규 지역 생자크 성당 묘지. 지하실 54m. 얘는 이상하게 뒤통수를 못 때려. 이놈은 기습이 안 돼. 점프 됐고, 점프. 여기가 맞나? 아이 참, 여기 뭐 하나 있는데. 없어. 그냥 가. 별거 아닐 거야. 통수. 괜찮아.
Someone has already taken a close interest in this tomb.
마차 동선. 지하실 찾기.
I will go to the Tuileries and follow the
영수증.
directions on the receipt. It also mentions the Quartier du Saint-Eustache and Rue Saint-Honoré.
조세프 발사모의 작업실을 또 찾아야 되는구나. 한 방이 안 끝나네, 일이. 뒤돌아서라. 얼른 뒤돌아서라. 그렇지. 일세 해제. 맛있는 거 하나 먹고 뺑 돌아서 도망. 저장. 그 다음에 가야 할 곳이 실험 현장 조사하기 하고 작업실 찾기. 한 군데 갈 수 있는 곳 앵발리드로 가서 실수. 마차 앵발리 폭탄. 앵발리드 실험 현장 조사하기. (156m) 오, 문 닫혀 있었는데.
But the dead tree. Good. I'm nearly. Don't move.
Ah, that cursed dancer! May you be devoured by rust!
파이야. 파이야. 바보다. 헐. 먹을 거. 옆으로 돌아 올라가서 점프. 안쪽에 또 먹을 게 있나? 혹시나 싶어서 왔지.
Fortunately, he was unable to take his things with him.
소지품을 챙겨야 되네. 강화된 화염술탄 맛을 보아라 이놈아. 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯 땅. 요건가? 집어들기. 메스모 이사의 편지. 백작학과 당신 내가 누구라고 생각하는 게요. 점점점. 프란츠 메스머라는 양반이 뭐야, 가르쳐줬구나. 끝이야? 여기 또 있네.
The sleepless slaves. They meant the automats. Feeding off the blood of innocent people. Monsieur Raymond was completely mistaken. I must inform him.
악마의 탐 열쇠를 얻었고 무슈 라이몽에게 말하기. 위쪽에 혹시 장비다. 두 개. 나도 도망은 또 잘 가요. 왜 못 먹어? 이놈이 얘 피해. 그 다음에 빠른 이동하자. 그래서 갈 수 있는 곳이 잠깐만. 이동. 무슈라이몽에게 말하기.
Citoyen Raymond.
Can I help you, Aegis?
마시아크 클럽의 음모.
I went to the Hotel de Massiac as agreed. What I discovered goes beyond your darkest conjectures. The club's members have no intention of merely depriving their slaves of rest. Rather, with the tyrant's support, they plan to replace them with automat harvesters. Naturally, Cagliostro, that cur, is behind this.
Ma foi. But such a plan would certainly only improve the lot of these unfortunate people.
You are mistaken, mon père. If the planters get their way, they will have a greater need of slaves than ever. Only this time, they intend to slaughter them to power their machines.
Quelle abomination!
Par tous les saints.
4 days ago, the Paris Guard captured 100 black people. They were to be sacrificed as part of an experiment to test the effectiveness of the automat harvesters. Luckily, I was able to prevent the massacre.
Where are they now?
In a place they call the Dépôt des Noirs. I don't know where it is, but I managed to get the key. It bears the inscription, Tour du Diable.
The Devil's Tower is a prison in Vincennes, within the chateau walls.
That's 3 leagues from here. We'll only be able to free the prisoners once we're able to move freely ourselves.
At least they were spared the fate that the king and his accomplices had planned for them.
And what will you do with the 2 servants you employ, Monsieur Raymond?
I will continue to treat them well, as I always have.
However, under the laws you insist on following, they will become slaves again the moment they leave the kingdom for Saint-Domingue.
Certainly not, Monsieur de Robespierre. What kind of a man would I be if what I have heard had not opened my eyes? The planters of Massiac have been proven to be nothing but avaricious murderers. I thought I was dealing with opposition, but now I discover them to be vile enemies, from whom it would be vain to expect any compromise. From this day on, I will fight against their interests with all my strength, and will not lay down my arms until the last slave in the Empire has been freed.
Rest assured, then, that the people will fight by your side, Monsieur Raymond.
That's the spirit, my friends. Vive l'égalité.
일기 부가 퀘스트 다 깼고 문 깼고 기본 왕국의 미래를 위하여 영광과 수치 니콜라 플라벨의 마지막 여정 왕자의 등불 여기 몽마르트의 만내 뭐가 베르사유는 마지막 퀘스트고 두 군데니까 여기 틸레리궁 틸레리궁으로